Walk on all time, UConn.
Yeah, UConn Huskies, man. You know, that story's crazy. That situation, you know, I remember I was with my best friend Mike. We were at the carnival, the Portland Carnival, Connecticut, and we went to the carnival for like an hour. And I got a phone call from my mom. She's like, "I need you to come home right now." I'm like, damn, all right, what the hell did I do? I thought I curfew not till another 2 hours. I should be straight. I don't know what's going on. so I had my boy Mike take me back home, and I pull up to my aunt's house. And she comes and greets me at the door, and she brings me in the house. We go downstairs, the lights is all dim and shit, like some Godfather type shit. Like my whole family downstairs. They all just sitting there looking at me, and they're like, you know, what's your plans for next year? 'Cause I graduated early as a junior. Yeah. And I was like, well, my plan was to go back to high school. All my friends was gonna go to school. Chris Dunn, who I played with AAU, he went to New London High School. He was gonna leave and do his PG year at the Wilbraham and Munson with me and my best friend Mike. And I was like, that was my plan. I was like, that's what we had planned. I already enrolled to school, had my fucking suit and tie and all that shit ready to go. So I'm ready to go. And my family was like, nah, we think you're too good. You know, you're far past your years at high school. You shouldn't play another year. You need to go to college. I was like, it's August. It's August. Like the semester about to start in like a week. So what we doing? Like, where am I going?
Yeah.
So they're like, you know, every school in the country was recruiting me, from Florida Gators, North Carolina, Duke, Kentucky, UConn. I mean, you go down the list of great teams: USC, UCLA, everybody, Texas. So like, where do you want to go? I was like, my favorite schools at the time was Duke, Florida, Kentucky, and UConn, because I grew up watching UConn. I lived in Connecticut, so I got to see like Stanley Robinson, Kimball Walker, Jerome Dyson, Hashim Thabit.
Oh yeah.
Jerome Dyson used to get the hair braided at my aunt's salon, so I've had a relationship with them since I was like 12 years old. Watching them come in out of my salon, fucking, you know, I'm like 6'5" and like 8 years old. You know, Hashim's 7'3", so his big ass walking through my aunt's salon, ducking and shit. So, see those guys on TV, and then you see them in real life, like, damn, this is a really big dude, bro. Like, damn. So I was chopping up with him, just asking like how he got to where he was at, you know, how he became a good shot blocker. I learned a lot from him too at such a young age. So I was a little bit more advanced. Yeah. Not to get caught up with that, so now we're sitting there, we're like, all right, well, let's narrow your options down. So it's between Kentucky, Duke, and UConn. So like, all right, well, now we gotta narrow it down. Like, we can't just sit here and say we got three. Like, we gotta pick one. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So, you know, as a biased committee, everybody was like, we want you to go to UConn because it's right in our backyard.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, bet. So I was like, I didn't put up a fight. I knew better. I knew I was too good to play in high school still. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll go to college. So I didn't really put up a fight when they were like, you need to go.
Okay.
So, you know, I try to call Coach Calhoun. I try to call everybody at UConn, and nobody was answering. It's August. Now everybody's still on vacation, getting ready to head back, and got no phone call. So I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, what y'all want me to do? Like, yeah, nobody's answering. Who do I call? Like, it was harder to get in contact with college coaches back then than it is now.
Yeah.
So like, if you couldn't answer on the phone, you just gotta wait for them to call you back. So
damn.
I remember, I think I was probably one of the first people to commit to a school like on Twitter. Like, I think I was one of the first people to do that.
What year was that?
2011, 2012. I think I was 2011. Excuse me. I think I was one of the first people to do that shit.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, bet. You know what? I'm gonna tweet it. But like, you gonna do what? Like, yeah, I'm gonna tweet it. I think that's the only way it's gonna get somebody's attention. Like, if I don't do it, nobody knows what I'm doing right now. So I was like, if I tweet it, somebody's gonna call me.
That's that. Yeah.
So actually, I lied. Before I tweeted it, I called Alex Oriaki.
Okay.
I called him because I remember I still had his number. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I got him on FaceTime. He was like, oh man, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'm like, I'm good. I was like, hey man, I know he's at a party. Like, I know you're at a party right now, but I got some news for you. He's like, what? I'm like, I'm about to come to school. He said, what the fuck you just say? I was like, yeah, I'm about to commit to UConn. This man at a party put his phone up in the air and go, Drummond's coming to UConn. Everybody in the background going fucking nuts, like losing their mind, going crazy. I said, yo, focus, bro. I need to get a hold of coach. Like, how do I do this? Like, what do I need to do? He said, all right, I'm gonna try to get a hold of coach now. So he hangs up. So I just said, forget it. So I go on my phone. I tweet. I don't know. You could probably find a tweet. Yeah. You know, if you can go back that far.
Yeah.
You know, I said, you know, I hear about cleared. I'm gonna go to the University of Connecticut. Within 60 seconds, I got a phone call from Kevin Ali. within 60 seconds, I got a phone call. He's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, let me get a hold of coach. He's at a camping trip, so that's why he didn't answer me. He was away with his family camping.
Yeah.
So he calls me back like 2 hours later. He's like, oh man, I'm just really excited to hear that you want to come here. He's like, but there's one hiccup. I was like, what's up? He was like, we have no more scholarships. We just gave the last one away to DeAndre Daniels because he just signed like 2 weeks before I made this decision. So DeAndre Daniels got the last scholarship. I was like, all right. He's like, well, we could put you on financial aid where you pretty much, you'll pay a decent amount, but you have to owe it back whenever you leave. We know you're going to the NBA.
That is so tough.
You know you're going, so like the financial aid is not going to kill you that much. So
that's tough.
I'm like, all right, cool, we can do that. He's like, or we can, take DeAndre Daniels' scholarship and make him pay. And I said no. I said I didn't want the scholarship. I was like, let him have it.
Solid.
I said I don't want that. I was like, I'll take the loan. I told my mom, I was like, I'm going to I told her to her face, I was like, I'm going to the NBA, so just suck it up for a year or however long I'm here.
Yeah.
I was like, just take the loan. I know it's gonna put us in a tough situation.
That's solid.
We're gonna be fine. So, long story short, I go up to campus. I get red flagged. Obviously, they're like, "Why is the number one player in the nation being a fucking walk-on at the University of Connecticut who just won the year before? Like something fishy's going on."
Yeah.
so they red flagged me. So I had to like go back home for like 2 weeks till they cleared everything up. So I ended up going back to school and playing my year at UConn, and then the rest is history. Here I am.
You never told that story?
I mean, I tell that story, but not as in depth as I just did.
Oh my God.
Like with the whole scholarship thing, I never told that part before. So that's a gem for you right there. But yeah, DeAndre Daniels is like one of my best friends too. He's one of my best friends at school and to this day still. And he always, always is appreciative of that moment because it could have been a lot different from him if he didn't have that scholarship.
That's facts, yeah.
So,
damn, that is crazy. So wait, so you got to the lead after that. So after that, how was like the first year in the league from being a walk-on? Well, you weren't. You was a walk-on, but you was like
I
don't know.
That was such a weird situation.
Yeah, that shit was weird.
Such a weird situation, but
So how was it like going your first year of the league?
I worked out for Detroit at like 4 a.m, the night before the drive.
4 a.m, night before the drive.
Yeah, I was sleeping and my agent called me. He was like, "Hey, you awake?" I said, "No." I was like, "No, I'm not awake." He was like, "Well, I need you to get up and get dressed."
Yeah.
I said, "What for?" He was like, "I need you to get up and get dressed. You're gonna go work out with Detroit." Like, what am I going to work out for Detroit for? Like, you told me I'm projected top 5. Like, why would I go for a team that is at 9? Like, just go. Trust me. Like, you never know what happens in the draft. The draft is crazy. Just go do the workout.
Yeah.
So boom, I get up. So now it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I get to the gym. Joe Dumars is there. George David, his assistant GM, was there. So they put me through a workout. I do pretty well, obviously, for 5 in the morning. And the guy that was just sleeping, so it was a decent workout.
Yeah.
And I remember I was sitting down and I was just looking out on the court. I'm like, damn, I really just worked out at 5 in the morning in front of these guys. Like, I wonder what they're thinking, 'cause I know I'm fucking tired. So.